Welcome to the Old Pueblo New Economy podcast, which covers a wide range of stories and the innovators that help shape our regional economies. From the rising stars with Nick Morin to the creative community with Julie Bonner, to Mentor Me Live and regional investor deep dives with Aaron Eden. We are one platform, showcasing the diverse voices of our local community. We are the Old Pueblo New Economy. I'm your host, Julie Bonner, for this creative community episode. Listen to conversations with inspiring creative entrepreneurs right here in Tucson. I'm also a local artist, designer, and marketing director, and here to learn along with you. My goal is that you can apply some of these lessons learned into your own best practices. Let's turn up the creativity, Tucson.
Community Investment Corps, located in Tucson and serving southern Arizona, empowers small business owners with knowledge and access to capital. CIC believes in economic inclusion and supports entrepreneurs and small business owners at all stages with the practical resources and education they need to thrive and turn dreams to reality. CIC is a proud founding sponsor of this podcast.
I'm so pleased to be introducing you to the glittery synth pop music of Chateau Chateau. In this episode, you'll learn more about their band philosophy and collaborative culture within the band and in the musical community. They love glitter, cats, and thrift stores. We discuss the process of releasing their full-length album, Princess, and what tools they use to promote their music. Here at Old Pueblo New Economy, we like their music so much we're using it on the intro and outro of our podcast. Sit back and learn more about Tucson's Chateau Chateau. Hi, I'm Julie Bonner with Old Pueblo New Economy, and I want to introduce this glittering synth-steered indie pop band that's right here in Tucson, Arizona. Welcome, Chateau Chateau.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Yes, it's great to see you guys in person. We've been chatting over email and text, and I actually found you guys through that Tucson playlist that Adam Townsend started on Spotify. So
yeah, that's so sick.
Yes, I'm so thankful and happy to talk to you guys today. So could each of you actually just introduce your name and then what you play in Chateau Chateau?
Yeah, I'm Tom. I play drums in Chateau Chateau.
I'm Alex. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Rachel. I do keytar, guitar, and sing.
And I'm Jordan. I play guitars and synth.
Thank you guys. Nice to meet you. Tom, I'm a drummer, so shout out to all the drummers. And I wanted to learn more about how did each of you kind of get into music?
We all really grew up with musicians, whether it was in our family or friends. From kids, we all were playing music, and just we're always in different bands growing up and everything, and then it eventually came to here. But yeah, we just grew up around it.
Yeah, Rachel and I actually grew up together. We're brother and sister.
Yeah.
Oh!
Our dad and our grandpa are very musical, played guitar. Our grandpa plays folk songs up in Maine.
He's still in a band, and he's 85.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then how did you guys, I saw one of your write-ups, there's kind of chance meeting and stuff. So how did you guys kind of come to be right now?
Yeah, Alex wanted to start a new project from his last one, and he kind of found everyone, whether it was through found SoundCloud or Craigslist or friends of friends. All of us came into Chateau, besides me and Jordan, obviously, none of us knew each other at all. So it was just a bunch of strangers who luckily wanted the exact same thing musically and had the same goals. So it was really just chance.
And we kind of treat the group as this ever-revolving community of people who love music. So it's just when people know someone who wants to be a musician or wants to make music or wants to dress up in weird costumes, you're welcome to come and do it with us,
That's awesome. And then Tom, how did you find them? Was it through Craigslist?
Actually, through one of Alex's siblings, one of his brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did some stuff with him in the past, and he told me he was looking for a drummer, so I just kind of showed up one day and then stuck around since then.
Nice. And then how is it actually, I've had experiences of my own, but how is it being in a band with siblings, family members / romantic partners?
We don't really have a problem with it. Me and Jordan have worked together on so many things, And as far as like me and Alex dating, when I joined the band, we weren't dating, obviously. And it was just so easy for us like to separate those because we're such hard workers. And as far as like our relationship, when we're writing music or whatever, our strengths are so opposite that it really helps whatever we're trying to do because we have totally different outlooks on everything.
We
It's
just
cool.
love doing it, you know? It's
Yeah.
not like an ego thing.
There's
nothing
no
weird.
competition.
We're just
Yeah.
all here doing what we love, and it kind of is just as simple as that, you know?
That's very cool. And one of the things I wanted to know is who are some of each of your musical influences?
We love Of Montreal.
Of Montreal?
Yeah.
Okay.
We like kind of being a group that's more than just music, you know? And that was like the first group that I found and that we all really love, that like is theatrical and puts on weird shows and makes funny music and just like is kind of more than just a band. And that's really kind of what we're striving to be, you know, more than just music.
Yeah, I found some clips of you guys online, and I'm disappointed that I found you after right now this pandemic strange time we're in, but I saw a little bit of clips on Instagram of some of your shows. Can you guys describe for people who've never been to your show, maybe either what to expect or I guess, yeah, what to expect?
Don't expect anything.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
It's just a party.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to wear weird costumes and get dressed in makeup too, do it. We have like dancers and just anything crazy that we find. Like, we never have a plan. We just kind of like find like random
confetti
shit
cannons
and just
and
throw it all in
we
there.
build weird things and sets, and it's like a real theatrical kind of psychedelic shit show.
What is one of your favorite shows you've played? Like, or what venue and what was that like?
We love Congress. Like, that's kind of like, they've always been so good to us, and like they're just like the nicest people there, and like everyone that goes there now kind of like relatively knows who we are, just because like we gravitate towards them so much, and the audience is always so receptive. Like, singing back with us is always like the craziest thing for us, so that's definitely like our favorite venue.
What was that last show we played in that warehouse?
Subspace?
Subspace?
Was it Subspace?
I think that was the creator of the event, wasn't it?
Was it?
I don't even know. There was like a warehouse show, like somewhere downtown, like around 6th.
It was super fun.
It was like solar culture or
Kind of like that.
like that.
But it was different, yeah.
But we love all kinds of shows, you know. It's usually about kind of like the people, you know.
Yeah, that definitely makes up a big part of the performance aspect, or the people that show up.
Right. And it's that's one thing actually. Have you guys thought about doing a virtual show, or is that too weird to just have people staring back at the computer at you?
Oh, we're planning on it actually.
When are you going to do that?
We're trying to set something up. We're not totally sure on a date yet, but for sure, if we don't do something before our album releases, we're gonna do like a live stream album release party with a show and like other bands. Just like a huge thing for everyone who wants to be a part of it.
That's awesome.
That's July 31st.
Yes, your new album. So it's called Princess, right? And coming out July 31st. And then some of the singles you've been releasing lately, are some of those on the new album Princess?
They all are.
They all are,
Very cool.
Yeah, we wanted to do like a few singles to just kind of like give a taste of the album and get everyone excited. But yeah, it's our first full-length album. We're super excited.
That's so cool. So when you guys released, is it Evidence, your original EP, was that how many songs was that one?
5.
5 songs. Okay. And then what's Princess? Is it like 10?
Like 9 or 10?
9 or
9?
10.
Yeah. Is it being finalized right now?
It's all done.
Oh!
We finished it in like December, got it all mixed and everything. But yeah, we've just been kind of like trying to come up with a solid game plan. We thought like summer would be a really great time to release it. We didn't expect the pandemic, of course, but we like selected these dates like 6 months ago, so we're keeping with them. But yeah, this album's been over a year in the making, so we're just ready to release it and share it with everyone.
I can't wait. And also, do you record most of the stuff in your home studio, you guys? Or
In this room.
Yep.
That's where we are now. Yeah.
where the magic happens?
Yeah, everything's written, demoed, recorded in this very room.
And then are you internally mixing it too, or do you work with someone else, or you guys do that?
We work with somebody else. His name is Brahim Kirkhauer. He's over in the UK. Somehow we just linked up over the internet, and he's the man. Like, like really gets what we're trying to do. Yeah. So that's the only kind of thing we outsource.
That's really cool, and especially to gel, like collaborate with someone else that you feel like takes your stuff, sounds the best that it can be, and you know.
And he like hears the things that like we wish we would have heard, you know. He's great. He's awesome.
It's really cool. I have more questions for you. What has been one of your favorite songs you've created so far?
I think in general, our favorite, like we all have different favorite songs, but like our favorite like overall thing just was like totally this album, just because like it was such a collective, but we all do like fight over the best song on the album.
Yeah.
Like we love all of them, but we all have different favorites.
What's yours?
Oh, my favorite is I Can Turn You On, which
Okay.
hasn't been released yet.
Ooh.
My favorite off of it's probably the title track, Princess Itself, which also hasn't come out yet.
I like Breakthrough, which is coming out in like a week.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's my favorite one too.
Nice. Well, it shows, I think, kind of that these songs are probably very strong. You know, each of you like a different one, and then together it's a great, you know, album. And I know from the past how much work it is to make an album. And I think that's cool. So you're going to do a live stream event, like as a launch party?
Yeah, exactly. Try to get some bands involved, kind of thing. We have a little thing in the making. We'll announce it soon.
Very cool. Well, we'll try to release this podcast like a week or two, maybe before the Princess releases. That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
Yay. Of course. So what are some of the challenging things about being a musician?
I think like being true to yourself, and also kind of like writing music that's true to all of us. I think we're getting kind of good at it, you know, we're starting to figure out how to do that. But yeah, it's easy to just write a song, but writing a song that's true to everybody has been, I think, our most challenging.
Yeah, and just being like vulnerable with the public is super difficult for all of us. We're like all introverted people.
It's so funny seeing some of your shows though. I don't see the introverted. You guys seem like good performers. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's like a part of it. Like all of our songs are super self-deprecating, but they're like party songs and they're fun songs to dance to. And we're all super introverted people who like dress up and put on crazy makeup that we would like never do in real life to like, you know, still put on that same kind of feeling that our songs have. Like
And that's our fun. We're all like putting our necks out there
Yeah.
together, right?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's really awesome. We listened, or my family listened to your music on the way to Pine the other day. And I was like,
yes.
yeah, it was so fun, and everyone loved it, and just very catchy. And then Black Boots was a new one. What was kind of the inspiration behind that song?
You can talk about that.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. But I think probably the biggest thing would be like our ex-lead singer. I think I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
It's just like not everyone was on the same page
It's
at
funny
one
we
point.
just said we're trying to be open and vulnerable.
I know. Yeah, we're like, there's like, you know, we just want what's best for everybody, and just not everyone was on the same page in that instance. And that song was written when he was still in the band, and I came home one day and Alex was like, so I kind of wrote this song, and I was like, that is sad. Like, what's that about?
You're spooked because she's got like 10 pairs of black boots.
That's all I ever wear. And somebody was like, oh my God, did he write a song about you? And I was like, I fucking hope not, because that is not a good song.
But I was definitely writing him about my black boots.
Yeah.
Well, I always think it's cool. One of my past bands, we had a song called Creep, and it sounded kind of like almost like about a weird stalker guy, but basically it was our lead singer's cat, whose name was
Oh my God.
his name was Cream Pie. Yeah, and
I love that.
we called the song Creep. It was actually Amy Munoz. I don't know if Amy Munoz Mendoza. She's a local musician.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
Amy's
God, that's so sick.
she's so
I've always-
funny.
I've always wanted to write a song like sampling Frosty's meow or something. Like Frosty's the best cat in the entire world. She's my best friend. She's a person. It's fine. But yeah.
I had 2 great cats, Getty and Levi, and they're kind of like the Russian blue. They're not purebred, but they're just cool. They're just very
cats
cool.
Are so sick. Like, we both grew up with cats. He has his own little cat now. I love him. And Frosty's so special. She just, like, will lay on me and Alex all day, and she just wants love. She's never, like, growled or hissed or anything. She just is, like, the snuggliest cat.
Sweet cat. Aw, that's awesome. So she's kind of she is your band. Is she still in the room?
I think she left.
Yeah,
she left. She's like, I'm out of here.
She might come back in later. She just kind of does whatever she wants.
Well, I like that you guys came dressed up today. And so could you tell me more about kind of your band's brand or style?
I think our thing is kind of like dusty, glittery synth pop. Like, we like to retain some of like the dirty Tucson, dusty something, but we're trying to like stick out and be more and like make ourselves feel a little weird. And being glittery, I think, is the best way to do that. You know, what's
That's
weird,
awesome.
Glittery and dusty at the same time.
Right.
And where do you shop for some of these cool clothes?
Thrift stores.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, everything besides this jacket, which is a part of a cowboy set that I got. Everything that we're wearing is just from different thrift stores. But yeah, or like, I have a really good website, Dolls Kill.
Oh.
Everything, like, you just search like glitter, and every single one of those outfits could be like a Chateau outfit potentially.
Very cool.
Cowboy fringe outfit.
Love it. Do you have any favorite thrift stores here in Tucson?
Tucson Thrift, 100%.
Thrift, yeah.
That is the best thrift store.
That's the one. That's a really big one, right on 4th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locally owned and everything. It's so sick.
And everyone's so helpful. I love going in and they just can help you find stuff.
Yeah.
It's so cool there.
And they have everything, like everything you could ever want. I've gotten so many costumes, or just like regular everyday clothes there.
I think it's like the only thrift store in town you're not like digging for like, oh, I want this, or where could that be? It's like,
Everything's
I want
organized.
This, I want this, I want everything.
I want everything, and it's like all organized by like decade or like costume or like whatever. It's so easy. It's so nice.
So if anyone wants to send you guys presents, we know what they can get you.
Yes.
Excellent. And tell me also, in the past, I saw tennis pictures. Do any of you play tennis?
So me and Zane, who just recently left, we used to play tennis for fun, not with each other, but just like kind of on our own. When we like got together and did that, we all kind of jumped in, but we were just like rallying for hours. But we all do things like, we try to do shit like once a week, whether it's like bowling or laser tag or tennis or something. We're just always doing like weird shit. And we thought that'd be fun to do a photo shoot at the butt crack of dawn in these crazy outfits at an actual tennis court where there's other people playing. And it was really fun.
you guys look very legit. It was very cool. I actually played tennis. I played, so that's why I was asking. So I played for my college, and I still play today. That's how I met my fiance, actually.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
Were the courts over at Refkin or Randolph?
It was Randolph.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, tennis is it's hard. So, like, good for you. It's a workout. And it was like 6 a.m. in January, and it was so hot by the end.
Like a 1 versus 4 match. Chateau versus
Or like you and your fiance versus us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We love tennis. Actually, our kids play too, so we could have we could have a whole tournament amongst us.
That would be
I'd
sick.
be about it.
No, let us know we're down.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, it's one of the safer sports to be playing currently.
Exactly. You're like 15 feet away from everyone.
Yep. That's awesome. And let's see. So you guys, so I found you on Instagram. Is that kind of your main way of kind of putting your stuff out there? Is there any other ways you've been using to connect with listeners?
Yeah, Instagram's the main way for sure. We just recently promoted a post on there, and it does really well for us. It gets a lot of outreach. And then we also go through things like Submit Hub to get our songs on different Spotify playlists and things like that. Those are like the best ways that we bring in new listeners for sure.
And Jordan, is that kind of your job? Are you helping with that piece?
I'm learning more about it. I just recently jumped in, and Alex is really the one who's been running that for a long time, but it's been really interesting to learn about. There's a lot behind the scenes to get these songs out there and make sure people actually hear them when finished up.
Yeah, I feel so old. Stories, like I'm still learning, like, wait, what's a story and why should I also do a story?
Oh my God. I do. So I run all the social media stuff.
Okay.
It's so hard. And like everyone kind of picked me because I run my personal business through my Instagram, but it's so different, like having a band versus a business, which we are a business, but it's different posting about my job versus posting about our music. Cause like we want to be like personable and real. And I'm like posting every day on my other Instagram, like tattoo, you know, like whatever I did. And then he usually does the outreach through Submit Hub to reach out to like blogs or labels or whomever. And we also just like hit people up. Like we'll like DM people, whether it's like a famous singer or like a blog that we like or whatever. But yeah, definitely like Instagram and Submit Hub, good platforms.
Good platforms. And then how did you guys really connect with Spotify to be featured in kind of different playlists? How did that happen?
I think that we don't exactly know. Spotify is awesome because it's all algorithmic, or mostly algorithmic, and so if you make a good song, there's a good chance that Spotify will carry it for you. You don't have to be anything other than a good songwriter or something, whatever, you know. And so that's been really good for us because that's kind of what we excel at, I think, is just the music part.
Just getting lucky.
Yeah.
Someone heard it and liked it and put it on a playlist.
And it just runs on its own. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so what was the one you said you used to put is it GitHub or
Submit Hub.
Submit Hub, and that's your kind of distribution for when you have a new song?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of, for pitching it to blogs and labels to, like, share it or whatever.
Yeah, it's usually, like, written press. You kind of connect through that platform.
Yeah.
And is this next album with, what's the word? Like, you had signed with someone? Is that with them, or is it a separate thing, or?
This is totally independent.
Independent. So self-driven, self-funded.
Self-funded, like, we have a few friends in the industry who are helping us a lot, like giving us some really good advice. We signed with a smaller label last time and decided this time, like, we can do this. Like, our first single we released did really well, so we were like, we can just push it. It's definitely a lot more work than we knew it was going to be hard, but it's so much harder than I thought, especially with social media. But yeah, we're like proud of how it's doing so far, and we're doing it all on our own.
That's really cool. Well, you guys, I think I can just tell you guys seem very motivated, and it kind of just takes passion and motivation to work all these pieces. And you have a built-in team where you can kind of divvy up some of these things.
Totally. Yeah.
And then Tom's getting a pat on the back.
Yeah, we all kind of have like spoken or unspoken things that we all do, and just like each kind of have jobs. Like, I think definitely, like, until you make an album and release it yourself, like, you kind of don't know. Like, what I'm sure you know, because like you used to do that, but like on the outside it looks so easy. You're like, oh, just make music and put it on Spotify. But we put in, like, me and Alex, at least, I don't know, like, everyone puts in like 30 hours a week just on band stuff outside of practice.
Right, and outside of other work you might have. And
Right.
Yeah.
And what are some resources that you guys, either like books you like or podcasts you listen to, or maybe just other music that inspires you? What are some things like that you guys like?
I mean, like, we all like constantly have music playing in our house, and we listen to every single genre. Like, we do covers of like country songs a lot, which is super fun. And so, I mean, like, we pull inspiration from anywhere, or like, I mean, podcasts and shit. I know everyone's kind of like into different things, and I don't know like how much inspiration we pull from like podcasts necessarily, but I mean, I know like we all
YouTube
is great.
YouTube.
Yeah, like just anywhere
everything
we can.
from like marketing to mixing, we kind of all watch that stuff too. Like Produce Like a Pro.
Yeah.
That's so good. Yeah, we're just all over the place, man.
Yeah.
That's our thing, just everything, little bit of everything. We're wild, crazy.
One of our other one of my co-hosts, he interviewed, I don't know if you know Björgvin. He's a friend of mine, but he wrote Audio Issues. He has a few books, and it's about mixing at home. So
That's
Oh,
cool.
we'll have to check it out.
yeah, I'll send you a link. He's
Yeah.
really cool, and he's originally from Iceland. Big music. He's a musician himself, but he's really helps other people get better at mixing and doing those things from home, which is cool.
That's sick.
That'd be awesome.
Mixing ourselves is definitely our weak point.
Yeah.
That's why we send it off. But that'd be cool. Yeah, send us that link.
Of course. And so how do you think Tucson is supportive of you guys? Or you can also talk about if you feel like it's not.
I think Tucson's super supportive.
Yeah.
Kind of like we said earlier, like Congress is always like super welcoming, and like other bands here in Tucson too. I mean, like Cricket Saints, Taco Sauce, V&A, Adam Townsend, even Desert Fish. Like those are all like really close homies of ours, and like we all just like get together every now and then. Obviously not during quarantine, but
Yeah.
we'll like hang out, listen to each other's music, and like yeah, like everyone just wants to see each other succeed and do well.
So do you have any dream, like if you could come up with a dream future show when you can be in person, like who would you put with you guys?
All those guys I just listed.
Yeah. So like a big bash, multiple bands at Congress.
Yeah,
At
Just like a
Congress.
huge Tucson
confetti.
show.
like
Yeah.
a big hometown festival kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Tucson,
That'd be
Tucson.
awesome.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will get a babysitter and I will come.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the new album's coming out, and then any other future plans maybe beyond that, or yeah, I'll stop there.
I mean, besides the album, like obviously the live streams, like we talked about, we'll definitely be doing. And like other than that, we're already writing the music and working on the next thing we're gonna post after the album and put out there. So I mean, we're always doing something. There's always like a billion things going on. It kind of just depends on how we're feeling, what we're gonna
Yeah.
put out.
And then how do you have any future vision, I guess, for Tucson?
I think Tucson's like really locally supportive in general. Like everyone makes an effort to shop local and support local musicians. I think as long as everyone like remembers that it's not a competition, that we're all here to uplift each other and support each other, then I think Tucson will keep going in a really positive direction.
Also, before this COVID stuff, we used to have like little parties, listening parties with local Tucson groups and try and like bring the community a little closer. And hopefully at some point we can start doing that, getting more bands involved and just like hanging out outside of a show, you know, like
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
Tucson musicians, really close friends would be tight.
Yeah, anyone that wants to hang out, hit us up.
So I want to thank you guys, and I wanted to find out how people listening today could connect with you guys.
Yeah, our Instagram is Chateau Chateau _ and Spotify and Apple Music just Chateau Chateau.
I'll check you out. Well, thank you so much, you guys, today. I appreciate it on this random Saturday, talking with me and letting us learn a little more about what you guys are up to and what your future plans are. So
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so
thanks
much.
for having us.
Good talking to you.
Yeah.
thank you for listening today. This was a fun conversation with the members of Chateau Chateau. The key lessons that stand out include, number 1, outrageous costumes and theatrics. I love that they dressed up for a conversation. It was a pleasant surprise and helped set the tone. They mentioned that being vulnerable to the public is difficult for them because they're introverted, but they go out of their way to stick out and make themselves feel a little weird. And I was told that being glittery is the best way to do that. This approach definitely creates a memorable impression. Number 2, personal and powerful promotion. They each work about 30 hours on band-related business, creating new music, promoting on social media, and especially using Instagram. They also mention using Submit Hub to send their music to curators like bloggers. This is important for musicians to realize how much work can be involved besides actually playing the music. Follow them on Instagram at Chateau Chateau _. And 3, community culture. Creating community within the band as well as with other local musicians. They have weekly get-togethers to bowl, play tennis, rock laser tag, and more. This is a great idea for any band or group and can offer a way to connect outside of the music. Alex mentioned they are striving to be more than just a band and try to unite the community with listening parties and big shows that are like a big party. I was told to expect the unexpected. We appreciate you listening to the Old Pueblo New Economy podcast. If If you enjoyed this episode, please check out all of our episodes and series on www.oldpuebloneweconomy.com or opne.biz. While you're there, make sure you sign up for our newsletter to receive upcoming episodes as they air. If you have any suggestions for who we should interview next, make sure to send us an email. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for next week's episode.